Let's break down marriage in Islam, not just as a ceremony but as a profound institution that shapes lives and communities. At its heart, marriage in Islam is a straightforward contract called nikah. But it's so much more than a legal document. It's not just a romantic union but a public agreement with real responsibilities witnessed by family, friends, and the wider community. It's a commitment to build a family, the foundation of society. Through marriage, individuals come together to create a nurturing environment where children can grow, values can be passed down, and love can flourish across generations. This contract isn't just between two people, it's a pledge before God and the community. The presence of witnesses and the involvement of the community highlight the seriousness and transparency of the commitment. The Quran describes spouses as garments for each other, meaning comfort, protection, and mutual support. Just as clothing shields and beautifies, spouses are meant to care for and uplift one another, both in good times and in hardship. Marriage is about creating a safe space, a partnership of equals, each with their own roles working toward a stable, loving family. It's about teamwork, understanding, and growing together through life's challenges. It's companionship, a way to end loneliness, and a legitimate path to family life. Through marriage, people find a trusted friend, a confidant, and a partner to share their dreams and struggles. The focus is on responsibility, caring for your partner emotionally, financially, and spiritually. Each spouse is expected to support the other, to be a source of strength and comfort, and to help each other grow in faith and character. By channeling relationships through marriage, Islam aims to protect rights, ensure accountability, and prevent chaos. This structure safeguards the dignity of all involved and sets clear expectations for everyone. A Muslim wedding isn't just a celebration, it's the signing of a sacred contract. The ceremony is joyful, but it's also a moment of deep reflection and commitment. It marks the start of a new family unit, which is central to the community. The support of loved ones and the blessings of elders reinforce the importance of this new beginning. The emphasis is always on building something lasting and meaningful. Marriage is seen as a journey, where couples grow old together, create memories, and leave a legacy for future generations. Marriage in Islam is about more than fulfilling desires. It's about fulfilling a major religious and social duty. It's a path to spiritual growth, mutual respect, and shared purpose. The seriousness of this contract is what gives it its power. It's a promise that shapes lives, families, and the very fabric of society. It's not just about love, it's about building the bedrock of society. Through strong families, communities thrive and values endure. So before we talk about polygamy, remember, marriage is a weighty, sacred responsibility, rooted in faith, trust, and the well-being of everyone involved. That's the real starting point, the foundation upon which everything else is built. Now let's get to the famous verse, Surah An-Nisa, chapter 4, verse 3. This is one of the most discussed and at times misunderstood verses in the Quran, especially when it comes to the topic of polygamy. This is where the Quran says a man may marry up to 4 wives, but context is everything. To truly understand what this means, we need to look at the historical and social circumstances in which this verse was revealed. The verse states, "Marry those that please you of other women, 2 or 3 or 4. But if you fear you will not be just, then marry only one." This is a direct quote, but it's important to notice the condition attached. The permission is clear, but so is the condition: absolute justice. The Quran doesn't just allow polygamy without limits, it places a heavy responsibility on anyone considering it. This isn't about material gifts, it's about fairness in time, resources, and emotional support. Justice here means treating each wife with complete equality in every aspect of life, not just financial support. Being perfectly just is incredibly difficult. In fact, the Quran itself acknowledges in another verse that achieving perfect justice between wives is nearly impossible, even if you try your best. Many scholars argue the bar is set so high it's almost impossible for most people. This is why, in practice, polygamy is rare and not the norm in most Muslim societies. The verse was actually a restriction on a practice that was already widespread, not an encouragement. Before Islam, men could marry unlimited women, often without any concern for their rights or well-being. The Quran's message, polygamy is conditional, not an absolute right. It's a solution for specific situations like caring for widows and orphans after war, not a blanket approval. If you can't guarantee perfect justice, the default is monogamy. The verse actually protects women by making their rights central to the decision. The verse is nuanced. It offers an option for rare circumstances, but the rule for most is one wife. It's not a free pass, but a carefully regulated exception. The real focus is on justice, not numbers. The Quran emphasizes fairness, compassion, and responsibility above all else. The Quran isn't giving a green light to collect wives, it's setting a high standard. It's a call to self-reflection and honesty about one's ability to be fair. The takeaway: polygamy is allowed only if justice is possible. If there's any doubt, the guidance is clear: choose monogamy. Otherwise, Islam's default is one wife. This is a principle that has shaped Muslim family life for centuries. This crucial point is often lost in the noise. Popular culture and media sometimes miss the deeper message of the verse. The core message is about fairness and responsibility. It's about protecting the vulnerable and ensuring everyone's rights are respected. That's what the verse is really saying: a call for justice, compassion, and thoughtful responsibility in all relationships. To understand this rule, picture 7th century Arabia, a harsh, tribal world with no safety nets. After battles like Uhud, many women were left widowed, with no support. The verse on polygamy was revealed in this crisis, as a way to care for widows and orphans. Polygamy became a social solution, not a personal indulgence. Before Islam, men could have unlimited wives with no rules. Islam capped it at 4 and demanded strict justice. This was a major reform, turning polygamy into a tool for social welfare. The original spirit was about responsibility, not desire. It was a community-based answer to a community-wide problem. The focus was on protecting vulnerable women and children. Without this context, the verse is easily misunderstood. It's not a license for indulgence, it's a call to duty. The real aim was to ensure every woman and child had support. That's the historical backdrop. Justice isn't just a word, it's the core requirement for polygamy in Islam. It's not a suggestion or a vague ideal, but a strict commandment that shapes every aspect of this practice. Financial justice means each wife must be supported equally. Separate homes, equal quality of life, and no one left feeling neglected or second best. Every need, from daily expenses to long-term security, must be met without bias. Time must be divided fairly, equal nights, equal companionship, and a careful balance so that no one feels abandoned. Even the smallest imbalance is considered a serious breach. Emotional fairness is expected, even if feelings can't be controlled. The effort to be just in affection, attention, and care is a constant daily responsibility. No favoritism in actions, kindness, or respect. Every gesture, every word must reflect equality and dignity for all. Failing in these duties is a serious sin. It's not just a personal failing, but a violation of a sacred trust. The Quran warns of severe consequences for injustice. The language is clear and uncompromising. There is no room for excuses. The rules are so strict that many scholars say polygamy is only theoretically possible for most. In reality, very few can truly fulfill these demands. The risk of failing is huge. The emotional, spiritual, and social consequences can be devastating for everyone involved. Islam's system is designed to protect women, not enable men. The rules are a shield, not a loophole. Polygamy is not a loophole for pleasure, it's a massive responsibility. It's a test of character, patience, and unwavering commitment to justice. The bar for justice is set extremely high. It's a standard that demands constant vigilance and self-reflection. Most men simply can't meet it. The reality is the requirements are so tough that very few succeed. The system is about safeguarding rights, not expanding privileges. It's about justice, not indulgence. The message: if you can't be just, don't even try. The warning is clear and direct. That's how seriously Islam takes this issue. The rules are there to protect, to guide, and to ensure that justice always comes first. Fast forward to today, polygamy looks very different across the Muslim world. In some countries, like Saudi Arabia, it's legal but rare, mostly among the wealthy. Economic realities make supporting multiple families nearly impossible for most. In places like Egypt or Morocco, courts must approve additional marriages, often requiring proof of financial ability, and sometimes the first wife's consent. These legal hurdles are meant to protect women and limit the practice. Some countries, like Turkey and Tunisia, have banned polygamy entirely, arguing justice is impossible to guarantee. In the West, polygamy is illegal, so it's a non-issue legally. Most Muslims worldwide are in monogamous marriages. The stereotype of every Muslim man having 4 wives just isn't true. Reality is far more diverse and nuanced. Women's rights are central in Islamic marriage, including polygamous ones. Each wife has the right to her own property and a mandatory marriage gift for financial security. Every wife is entitled to equal housing, financial support, and time. If a husband fails in these duties, a woman can seek divorce. Consent is mandatory for marriage. No woman can be forced. Some schools allow women to add a condition in the marriage contract forbidding polygamy. If broken, she has the right to divorce. These protections are built into Islamic law. Problems arise when rights are ignored or women aren't educated about them. The ideal: women are protected, respected, and treated fairly, no matter their place in the marriage. The system is designed for their security and dignity. There's a wide range of opinions on polygamy among Muslims today. Many see it as outdated, arguing that modern welfare systems make its original purpose less relevant. Some female scholars and feminists highlight the emotional harm it can cause, emphasizing the Quranic ideals of love and justice. Others, especially traditionalists, defend it as a valid option if justice is possible. The debate is ongoing, in mosques, families, and online. There's no single Muslim view, it's a spectrum. This diversity reflects a living, evolving faith. For men where polygamy is legal, the choice is deeply personal and heavy with responsibility. It's not just about desire, it's about financial, emotional, and ethical readiness. The first wife's feelings matter. A stable family is nearly impossible without her support. Social pressures exist, but the religious ideal is justice. Most men choose monogamy, valuing peace and happiness. The law, finances, and personal beliefs all play a role. Polygamy remains an option, but it's rare in practice. For most, one wife is the path to a just, loving family. So why can a man have up to 4 wives in Islam? The Quran allows it, but only with strict conditions. The real issue is justice, not numbers. The rule was meant to protect the vulnerable, not indulge men. Today, polygamy is rare, debated, and often restricted or banned. Most Muslims are monogamous, by law or by choice. The real story is about justice, a standard so high few can meet it. The conversation is complex, nuanced, and ongoing. In the end, it's not about 4, it's about fairness.